Welcome in, race fans, here on a Wednesday night, back in action. It is your Salt Flat IROC series right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. Like normal, it is Muth up here in the booth on a Wednesday night, and we are happy to be here with all you race fans. After a week off with the Salt Flat IROC series, these guys head in here for the Catano Fever Car Club 100 here at the Rockingham Super Speedway. For these guys, it may not be a super speedway in real life, but it is definitely for these drivers out here tonight a super speedway. So we welcome you all here for the action-packed 100 laps here. And while we're at it, let's take the quick gander. Here is your Salt Flat IROC point series here. After 4 races, coming into round number 5, it is the mean rookie out front here, leading the point standings of Randy the Man Johnson. Second place is Hunter Reynolds, just by a 9-point slim margin. Then sitting in third place, it's the wily veteran that has a win to his name. It is Colton Farrow. Sitting in fourth, it's one of those super speedway experts out there on track. He has a win to his name, a couple podium finishes here this season. And that is going to be none other than Todd Poston. Sitting in fifth here in your Salt Flat IROC Series points, it's the Nichols Performance driver of racing, Jason Dobbs. Third is the Coast to Almost Coast driver out of Florida. It'll be Daryl Clauter. Sitting seventh in points is another one of the Nichols Performance drivers. He is 28 points out. He is actually tied with Daryl for the second position, and that'll be Grego Berry. The Deeper Darker Dews team starts right here with Cody Levitt in the 8th position. ABV driver Ira Cole is 9th. And, well, it's the man from down under, the night's sponsor, Orlando Rivera, rounds out your 10th position. That's your top 10 in your point standings here, and they're going to tighten up even more here by the time we're done here from Rockingham. But as it looks like we have about 30 seconds left in practice here, Cody Levitt leads the practice charts. We're going to take a quick step away, race fans, and we'll be back to bring you the live qualifying action here from Rockingham in the Catano Fever Car Club 100.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome back here, race fans, to Rockingham. As you see, the man who's on top of the speed charts, and he actually gets bumped real quick as we were just about to talk about him, Jamie Leach, and he's got a big wiggle down in turn 3 and 4, so he'll probably stick with his first lap. But how about the Nichols Performance driver, the number 12 out of New York, Randy Johnson, has the top spot. His teammate of racing, Jason Dobbs, right there has P2 right for the time being. Daryl Clauter just goes up into the wall in turn number 1 after putting his third quickest time on the board. The Utah man of Danny Valenzuela out here onto the track. He has not put in a timed lap just yet. Orlando Rivera, tonight's sponsor, though. Remember, it's the Cantina Fever Car Club 100 here tonight. The Catano Fever Car Club out of Puerto Rico gets together about once a week on the weekends and brings out their Chevelles, their Novas, their Corvettes down there in Puerto Rico. And gets together just a couple times. Great group of guys out there. But right now, Orlando is 5th on the board here in your qualifying session. It looks like the Eldora Dirt Track driver, Craig Schwartz, the most winning driver here at the IROC Series, is out there on track. Hunter Reynolds just throws down the second fastest lap with a 26.986. That'll separate those drivers for the Nichols Performance Group. Right now, they are scheduled to line up 1, 3, and 5, so they will start to the inside row here. Let's see if Craig Schwartz, who goes 15th quickest on his first lap, is able to break those guys up here. 15th quickest on lap number 1 as he sideways through 3 and 4. Down to the inside he goes. Will he be able to break him up? Let's see. Second fast time on the board. No. Craig Schwartz. Yes, he does go second fast quick time on the board. 26.823 for the driver there of the O2 machine. Josiah Millen here with the Salt Flat IROC Series, hailing out of Topton, Pennsylvania. First lap not going to count for Josiah Millen. It was a 39.8. Was not a good lap, and the driver down in 1 and 2 has his hands full for the Keystone Motorsports Group. Down Thunder Alley into turn number 3. Using the high banking here at the Rockingham Speedway. Let's see where he goes. It's going to be a 28.027 there for the number 40 of Josiah Millen. And it'll be a one and done, so he's going to have to come from deep in the field. His teammate Donald Bennett doesn't look like he has a handle on this 31 machine right now. And I believe we have the quickest lap time going right here tonight. Oh, Jeff Bergner finally crosses the line. It is going to be a 3-minute 14.9. Well, snail trail pace a lap for the 21 of Jeff Bergner. Danny Valenzuela still out here using the laps that he can here in practice to lay down a couple more, see if he can find himself a quicker line, because right now his brother slash teammate Timmy Valenzuela right now is ahead of him here in the qualifying session. So right now it looks like Randy Johnson will win the pole here tonight from the Rockingham Speedway. Jeff Bergner still out there. Michael Whitaker just finished up his lap. He is 20th on the board. Whitaker, that is. Donald Bennett not getting a qualifying time in here, along with David Gainforth has not made an attempt here tonight to lay down the qualifying time. And there you have it. Randy Johnson will be your pole winner here tonight. So congratulations to Randy Johnson out of New York, part of the Nichols Performance Race Engine team. You got a hot tune-up tonight there underneath that machine. So as they start to grid up here tonight, let's take you through your qualifying order, brought to us by Bromley Designs, the designer behind all your Salt Flat IROC Series paints here tonight. And this is how they will line up. Row number 1, it's going to go to the rookie, Randy the Man UPS Johnson in the 12. He'll start P number 1. Right alongside them, then it will be the driver of that 02, Craig the Ginger Shorts. Hunter Reynolds, the man who went from the front to the back to the front the other week, he's going to start on row number 2 with the trash man out of Tennessee, racing Jason Dobbs. Third row here tonight, it'll be the man hailing out of Florida. It'll be the 26 driver, coast-to-coast, Darrell Clauder, with another one of those Nichols Performance boys. It's going to be the 81 of Greg O'Berry. Row number 4 here tonight, it'll be the man out of Puerto Rico. It'll be the 08, Orlando Rivera. And how about that Ohio driver, Jamie Leach in the 88. Row 5, it'll be another one of those Tennessee boys. It'll be the driver out of the Midnight Runner group. It'll be the 01 of Josh Taylor. Starting row right alongside him in row number 5, it'll be the Las Vegas kid and Cody Levitt. Row 6 here tonight is Big Country, Cole Haas out of the ABV group in the 29 car, and then it'll be the 62 of Colton the Man Farrow. Todd Poston out of the NSRA group, going to be in the 48 piloted tonight. He starts row number 7. And then it's that Bromley Designs guy, the number 7, Michael Bromley himself. Lynn McNeese out of the NSRA Super Speedway group. He'll be in the 84 tonight. He starts row number 8 alongside the top native of Josiah Millen. Row 9 is Timmy Valenzuela and his brother of Danny. Row 10, it's Patrick Smith, Michael Whitaker out of New Jersey. Row 11 here tonight, it's Jeff Bergner, the 21, and David Gainforth. Starting shotgun to the field. It'll be the driver of the 31, Donald Bennett, and it looks like here we go, race fans. iRacing pace car down and away. We're going to get this one tuned up tonight. 100 laps on the board, and it's going to start right now. Here we are towards turn number 2. Everybody looking like they're coming up through those gearboxes pretty smooth here, headed down into turn number 1. Everybody giving a lot of room. Craig Schwartz down on the door there of the number 12, with the 12 and the 14 down to the inside. Somebody is dying down towards the back there. That'll put us under our first caution flag here of the night. I believe that's going to be, two teammates possibly getting tangled up here. It looks like Josh Taylor definitely is involved in this one. And ladies and gentlemen, that might be it on lap number 1 for the driver of that 01. This is how it is. This is the replay. And Taylor, remember, just started just outside the top 10 there. Let's watch it. What happens out of turn number 2. He goes to try and get under Orlando Rivera, and the 01 shoots directly dead left down into the inside wall. Spinning around. Donald Bennett barely misses. Jeff Bergner. Oh, wow. Bergner barely gets through there as Taylor bunny hops over top of him. We're going to have to take a look back, see if we can grab an onboard camera here. Cockpit view with the driver of the 21 of Jeff Bergner as he exits turn 2. Look at that. Up and over that car goes. And not a scratch done to the driver of the 21's car. But Josh Taylor definitely has some damage done to his machine here tonight. And that's going to put him way behind in this event. Not somewhere that he really wanted to be here in the early stages here tonight. While we're under this first yellow here tonight, we may be able to get a word in with the driver of that 01. We're going to see if we can gather up Josh Taylor, who's down there on pit road. I believe I just saw him exit the car. Josh, you got a copy?
Yes, man, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, you got us loud and clear. What happened out there coming out of turn number 2 there on that first initial lap there?
I started to get it loose. I felt like in the steering wheel, so I hammered down, try to keep it straight, and I wasn't trying to pass. I was just trying to keep it straight enough to hammer down, keep it straight, and I just ran into the guy in front of me.
Well, running into that inside wall pretty hard also. How much damage is done? I heard the motor expire. How long will it be, though, till we can see that 01 back out there possibly on the track tonight?
It probably won't be back out tonight. I'm still towing.
Well, it's going to be a rough night here for the driver of that 01 out of the Midnight Runners group. He's going to be towing for a little while yet, he said, and then it's going to be a question to see if he's back out there on the track. So an early caution here, lap number 1 out of the 100 scheduled for the Salt Flat IROC Series here for your Catano Fever Car Club 100. Right now, your leader. It's going to be a complete restart pretty much here. It'll be Randy Johnson, Craig Schwartz, Hunter Reynolds, and then it'll be racing Jason Dobbs to the outside. Then it's going to be Darrell Clauder and Greg O'Berry. And it'll be Orlando Rivera, Jamie Leach, Cody Levitt, and Big Country Cole Haas rounds out the top 10 drivers. A couple drivers towards the back of the field here taking advantage of this early caution. They come down. They put 4 fresh tires and some Sunoco race fuel in their cars. Michael Whitaker, David Gainforth, Patrick Smith, and Jeff Bergner had to go check himself. He'll now be shown in the 22nd position. Well, as the iRacing pace car lights are off, that means we're going to line them back up here. We're going to go racing here on lap number 5. The iRacing Porsche pace car is down and away off the racing surface. The green flag is waving, and Randy the Man Johnson back to the loud pedal, and he's being chased down now by Hunter Reynolds. But Craig Schwartz going to dive to the inside here this time, realizes that the outside didn't work on lap number 1 for him, so he'll trail now coming out of turn number 2. About a bumper length between the two. Schwartz going to jump to the outside. Everybody else looks like they're coming through turns 2 pretty clean this time down Thunder Alley for the first time. Hammered down under the power. Johnson sideways. Schwartz going to go to the outside. Schwartz is going to pass Johnson. Johnson's going to stay down to the apron. And, well, Craig Schwartz officially going to lead lap number 1 of Green Flag Racing here from the Rockingham Speedway. And, well, Johnson got himself a big moment there, crossed up out of turn number 4. He will fall back into, right now, it's battling for that 4th and 5th position. As now O'Berry does the same thing out of turn number 2. He gathers it up, though, and we stay Green Flag Racing. O'Berry just loses the position to his teammate there of Randy Johnson, and he'll go side by side down into turn number 3 with the 26th driver there of Darrell Clauder. Clauder, though, going to lose a lot of positions to the outside. He gives up 1, 2, possibly 3 positions. That will move him back to hang on just to the tail end of the top 10 there. Now he'll be shown in the 9th place, so loses 3 positions in 1 lap from 6th to 9th. And that's going to be how it is for Darrell Clark for the time being. Cloud cover coming into the speedway here as you see the cars really black down there on the track. That means a little more grip for these drivers. The track temp is absolutely blistering here from the Rockingham Speedway. Craig Schwartz, though, still continues to lead this field here on lap number 7. Going to be complete right now. Craig Schwartz, that'll be the third lap led out front here at this little small track. It's just less than a mile in length, and right now Hunter Reynolds is saying, you may have the most wins in the Salt Flat IROC Series here, but I'm brand new to the series. My name's Hunter Reynolds, and I'm knocking on your back door here tonight. Question is, can that rookie there, the number 14 of Reynolds, really get around the wily veteran? How hard will he push here in the early goings to get himself a lap led? And here he goes, right out of turn 4. He sees the momentum. He's going to go to the inside, and Craig Schwartz, veteran move, not even going to battle with the 14 of Reynolds. He lets him go right on by, and possibly going to save those tires. It is very hot and slippery here tonight as Randy Johnson starts to reel back in your top 2 leaders here. So it'll be a 3-car battle here in just a moment for your top spot. Back here, just a little bit farther back, it's Jamie Leach running in the 7th position in the 88 Deeper Darker Dude purple machine with the neon yellow-colored rims. Cody Levitt, his teammate, right behind him in the white rims, trying to work their way around. The driver out of Puerto Rico, Orlando Rivera, or as Rivera's to the outside, Leach jumps down to the bottom lane. Now Orlando going to lose 1 position, possibly looking to lose 2 positions by the time turn 2 is exited. And there it is. Cody Levitt will take over the 7th spot. Orlando Rivera, tries to slice and dice in between Cody Levitt and Darrell Clauter. He finds a home, and he does stick that 08 right there in the hole. So as he finds a spot back there in 8th, it just shows you get out of the groove here tonight. Jamie Leach slaps the wall going into turn 1. A little bit of a right rear quarter panel slap for the driver out of Ohio, and looks like Cody Levitt was thinking about going to the inside, but right now he is not going to push the envelope. Jamie has a wide arc down into turn 3. Levitt takes a little bit of a shallower entry. Leach able to get down there to the yellow line early, and then Levitt able to get down there a little bit later. They're all good and clean, and it looks like Patrick Smith, something happened with Patrick Smith. Another one of the Midnight Runner group cars up and over, and he'll actually come to a rest down to the inside there. He will be able, though, to drive that one away. But another rough flip here in the early stages of this one here from Rockingham, and that car drives away under its own power. We'll rewind it back, see what happened to Patrick Smith. Oh, it actually happened just in front of him, actually. Jeff Bergner made contact, and then Patrick Smith, his teammate, actually makes contact. And look at the barrel rolls down there in 3, done by the 79. Well, that is an interesting one that we're going to have to go a little bit farther back and check out, because this actually, I believe, happened between the 21 there, the maroon car, the Midnight Runners driver out of Utah. It's the Salt Flat County jail driver of Jeff Bergner. He was down there driving next to, I believe that was the Lynn McNeese in the 84. They made contact coming down Thunder Alley, and just look at Patrick Smith. There was nowhere that Smith was going to go on that one. And just an innocent bystander pretty much as we are late on board here with the driver of that 79. We'll rewind it just a little bit farther for your race fans, see if we can exactly hop on board. This is exactly what Patrick Smith sees right there. It was too late. There was nothing Smith was going to do to react to his teammate at Bergner coming down the track there. Obviously, it was an unintentional incident, just wrong place, wrong time for Patrick Smith until he officially comes to a complete stop up against that inside guardrail. Tons of damage done to that machine. You see him, he does pull that car away, and he'll tag the rear of the field as he, I believe, he actually stays out here under this yellow. He didn't come down for repairs just yet. As there you see him trailing behind the 31 of Donald Bennett. A couple drivers behind him, though. Big Country Kohlhaas is down pit road. Michael Bromley's down pit road. Lynn McNeese, Tim Valenzuela, Danny Valenzuela, Michael Whitaker, Jeff Bergner also going to take a little bit of an advantage here, and he brings it down pit road. So about, looks like looking at about 7 or 8 cars actually sitting down pit road, gain fourth also. But Hunter Reynolds, race fans, does stay out here under this yellow. He doesn't think it's time yet to put 4 fresh tires on, as you see Schwartz down there below the line. He's going to try and warm up these tires. It is a new tire model here with these cars here on the iRacing platform, so keeping heat in these tires is going to be one of those crucial factors here if you're going to work on the old tires, because you might go down into turn 1. Car might push just a little bit. So Schwartz is going to keep the heat in them. Let's see if the iRacing pace car lights go out. They do not go out here, so let's see possibly if we can grab a word in with the driver of that 79 of Patrick Smith, who's out there still circling the raceway. Actually, he's coming down pit road. Pat, sorry, we're going to talk to you anyway here.
What is up, man?
Well, up would have been you circling the track there, hovering like you were a drone. Tell us how that ride was down there in turn 3.
Very, very bumpy. I saw it happening. I saw Lynn kind of get into to Jeff there, and I went what I thought was low enough to avoid it, and Jeff just got turned and hooked me, and I don't know how many times I rolled, a bunch, and I'll probably get back out to run some laps. It looks like I got about 8 minutes of required repairs, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a rough way to start. Your teammate Taylor being knocked out here lap number 1, so the team point factor here tonight looking pretty slim as Jeff is still out there circling the racetrack. Well, 8 minutes of required repair, though. You should still be able to get the 78 out there and hope for possibly a couple more cautions here tonight.
Yep, we'll see what happens. It's a rough race. I expect there to be some attrition, so I'll probably hang out and probably just ride in the back and try to pick up some positions from others' misfortunes.
Well, there you hear it from Patrick Smith. Nothing that he was going to be able to do there as Bergner came down the track, and it's just going to be one of those, like he said, it's going to be the battle of nutrition here tonight to see who's going to be able to outlast the other. That's why Hunter Reynolds, Craig Schwartz, Dobbs, and Johnson, and O'Barry all going to stay out here under this yellow flag as they think maybe being at the front of the field here tonight is a lot better than being out towards the back. So it'll be a restart. Reynolds, Schwartz, the Johnson and Dobbs, O'Barry, and then Leach and Levitt round out the top 7. Rivera will fall into the 8th spot. Farrow is 9th, and Darrell Clover rounds out the top 10 drivers right now. And we are ready to go back green flag racing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be on lap number 17 here as Reynolds brings us down nice and slow at the 55 miles an hour. And he fires off real early. He's not going to stick around to see what these boys got in store behind him. Schwartz going to be able to get down. He blocks Johnson. Johnson goes even lower down here, and he's going to spin the 0-2 down in turn number 1, and then he's going to give him a hip check, and Johnson's going to be the one that goes around. He's going to lose a lot of positions here as Craig Schwartz keeps on ticking. Johnson got into the quarter panel, and Craig Schwartz just keeps on ticking. It does look like Johnson, though, will gather up that 12 machine, and he'll get back onto the racing surface, but now Craig Schwartz goes from being second back to the 4th spot, and now he's got Farrow and Dobbs all over the back end of those machines. Hunter Reynolds will lead another lap here, and right now he is out to about a 1.5 second lead. And actually, the man making the big move all through that is going to be Jamie Leach in this 88 car. He now jumps up from the 7th or 6th position, actually all the way up to 2nd. Can he run down Hunter Reynolds is going to be the question. Orlando Rivera to the outside here for the battle for the 3rd position, but Schwartz is going to prevail on that one. It's going to be Schwartz and then Dobbs. And then Rivera falls back to right around the 5th position. A little love tap there from Dobbs to the rear end of the 0-2 of Schwartz. When they went down there into the corner, no love lost between those two drivers as everybody has single filed out here. I believe that's Todd Poston who just got passed up by Darrell Clotter for the 9th position. Josiah Millen also right there hanging outside the top 10 in the 11th spot. Orlando Rivera getting passed by Cody Levitt. Now he is stuck to the outside and just can't find a way down to the smooth bottom groove. Now he gets down. Can he hit the entrance? Oh, Farrow almost into the rear end. And now Farrow's going to shoot high. Here he misses the entry into turn number 1. There comes Greg O'Barry. He's going to shoot on by. So that'll put O'Barry into the 7th spot. Farrow drops back to the 8th spot. This battle here for that 3rd position still heating up between two drivers. Schwartz now going to leave the inside open out of turn number 4. Here comes the driver of the 985, Trash Man, Jason Dobbs. Now down in turn 1, he takes the position away from Craig Schwartz, and now he's going to set sail, see if he can run down Jamie Leach, who sits about a little over a second out in front of Dobbs himself. Looks like everybody has single filed out here. Your closest drivers on track are going to be these two drivers. It's going to be the 48 of Poston and the Keystone Motorsports driver, the number 40 here of Josiah Millen. Millen all over the rear end of that NSRA red machine driven by Poston out of Virginia. Poston said he was not looking forward to his... Oh, he's actually into the outside wall there coming out of turn 2 down Thunder Rally, but Poston was not looking forward to trying to conquer the rock here. He has a bunch of top 5 finishes the last time these drivers were out, which moved him pretty high up into the championship hunt. Right now he has 1 win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s on the season. Only gathered 1 bonus point here in the early going. Most bonus points this season so far going to Daryl Clauder right now, who runs just ahead of these two drivers. Daryl driving the 26 out of Florida for the coast to almost coast, because his teammate of Colton Farrow up there out of Nevada. Not quite the coast, but sometimes they got beachfront property out there, so it's the coast to almost coast group running 8th and 9th right now on the timing and scoring. These are still your closest battles, but right now Cody Levitt actually is starting to reel back in Orlando Rivera, and this would be the battle for the 5th and the 6th position. Oh, a bobble fry Rivera, and actually just out in front of them, I believe, Schwartz, has reeled back in Dobbs, but this is a 3-car battle back here now, as here comes Greg O'Berry, as Orlando Rivera still holds off Cody Levitt, but Levitt's going to dive to the inside down here in turn 1, as they get pretty close, but it looks like Rivera's going to slide up the track, and O'Berry's going to lose a little momentum there, because he actually followed Orlando Rivera into turn number 1, and now he gets back down there, and he will make the pass on Rivera. So that will put now Greg O'Berry into the 6th spot. Cody Levitt 5th. Orlando Rivera loses 2 spots, 1 lap. And it looks like Craig Schwartz has made his way back around the driver of the 985 out of Tennessee. But Dobbs is going to mount another charge down the front stretch here. Not going to be able to get there in time. Schwartz going to drop the left side tires onto the apron and gets a little more turn out of the center of the corner. And they have started to now reel back in the second place driver of Jamie Leach, who got through that little bit of a scuffle there in the early stages of this run. He got through there, and up, and away he has tried to go, but he is actually losing ground to the man out front, the number 14 driver, no-named team, the Green Machine, we're going to call them. It is going to be the 14 of Hunter Reynolds, the rookie, trying to notch his first win. He's been pretty close so far this year. He has 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. The last time he was behind the wheel back at Texas, he finished 3rd. He had a car that was possibly capable of winning that Texas race. Just came up a little short there. Finished 7th at Auto Club, 5th at Gateway in the season opener, though. Started back in the 23rd position, worked his way all the way up to the 10th finishing position. With a field this strong here with the IROC series, it's a pretty good feat in itself, and he is out there pulling away from Jamie Leach here in the early going. Looks like Donald Bennett looking to the outside here on Danny Valenzuela. We haven't seen anybody make an outside pass work here tonight. Bennett's going to give it a whirl down in 1 and 2. Not going to be able to make the pass by the time they come on to Thunder Alley. So he'll try it again down here in turn 3, but he's actually going to slide way high up the track. He's going to try and get a good run, though. Takes that high line momentum. He jumps down there. He separates Valenzuela and Whitaker. But at the line, it will still be Danny Valenzuela holding on to the 16th spot right now. Danny's brother, for all you race fans questioning where is he, he's actually hanging right behind Danny, and he's running a good line down there in 1 and 2. He's going to look to the inside of Michael Whitaker out of turn 2. Will he have the momentum? He will not. Whitaker's going to slam the door. Valenzuela will have to fall back into that position and try and get another run at it. So this group back here for the is the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th actually right behind them is going to be the 101 driver out of Canada. Going to be David Gainforth. Lynn McNeese a little bit farther back. I believe he was drinking water, he told me, before the race, and possibly a little bit of nose damage. You do see that right front a little tore up after that incident on the backstretch, and that could possibly be really hurting the driver of this 84 here now tonight, because your leader of Hunter Reynolds is actually really starting to bear down on Lynn McNeese, and it's not going to be too long until he is right there. As we look back on the onboard camera, there is Hunter Reynolds. You see that car going through the bumps. You can see it wiggle. You can see it hop. Right now, here comes the driver of the 14. He's going to look to the inside down here in turn number 1. Here comes your leader, Hunter Reynolds, now putting Lynn McNeese, who runs in the 21st position, 1 lap down. That just shows you how fast Hunter Reynolds is out there running around. Right now, he is 2 seconds faster a lap than Lynn McNeese. Last time by, actually, Jamie Leach and Craig Schwartz were the fastest 2 cars on the track. Craig Schwartz is the fastest. Jamie Leach was 2nd fastest, and Jason Dobbs was the 3rd fastest car on the racing surface at the time of that. Now here comes Schwartz. He's going to look down to the inside here in 1 and 2. Can he get around Jamie Leach? He will make it around him pretty easily. Now here comes racing Jason the Dobbs machine, Nichols Performance driver. He's going to take the 3rd position here from Jamie Leach. As it looks like one driver coming down pit road, and that looks like that was Patrick Smith after he just spent about 8.5 minutes down on pit road. Here comes the driver of that 79 Midnight Runners machine. He will bring her back down pit road to the service of his team. Colton Farrow, though, Going side by side, Jeff Bergner looking to the inside out of 4, and he'll make the pass by the time they get down into 1. Bergner out of Utah, asphalt sprint car driver. Used to putting a big old wing on the top of those things and letting him eat, never lift, turn early, and it just goes to where he wants to. And right now he's going back to the front. He started shotgun to the field here tonight, putting in a blistering about 3-minute qualifying time. So he has worked his way now up to the 13th position. Colton Farrow, who had a fast, I guess if you want to call it a Supra here, he was fast here in the early going and now has started to fade here on this long run. Did he use up the tires on this machine? Somebody that has been working their way through the fields pretty silently here, though, is the driver of the 29. It's going to be Big Country Kohlhaas. He just passed Millen last lap, and this lap he's going to look down to the inside here on the 48 of Todd Poston. So the 29 of Kohlhaas looking to pick up another position. And just checking out his lap times, he's about a tenth of a second right now off of your leader's quick time, which was a handful of laps ago. So the tires are starting to fade here in this late run. Possibly going to be seeing green flag pit stops come up pretty soon, as now you see Kohlhaas really work to the inside on Poston. Poston going to slide high around the Kyle Larson line. Is he going to slap the left or the right side off there? No, he will not, as Millen almost right reared him, right-soled. We're going to call that right rear right-sole if we ever see that here tonight. I'm going to use that term quite often here because it is very slick out there. So Millen makes the pass over Poston, and then Darrell Clawer climbs back into the battle here. And that'll be 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th under the blanket. Dobbs is still all over the back end here of this black machine of the part-time runner of Craig Schwartz. Dobbs right down there. Oh, look at him. He's going to hang it out. He's going to eat that right rear. He's going to let the right rear eat around turn 3 and 4. Going to lean all of that on that machine. Schwartz is just trying to run down. They have actually pulled a little over a half a second back onto Hunter Reynolds. Right there is Reynolds. Let's see if we can grab the camera because Reynolds is starting to work up on traffic. But there it is looking back from Hunter Reynolds' rear deck lid camera, looking back onto Craig Schwartz and Dobbs themselves. They are coming, and they are coming in a hurry. Let's see if we have a front-facing camera. There you see the traffic that's going to be in front of our leader here in just a second. It's going to first start here with Timmy Valenzuela and then work to Michael Whitaker. And then it'll be the 101 of Gainforth here. So now he's working past Timmy Valenzuela. Timmy just pretty much moved over and said, you might as well have it for the time being. I don't want to have to do anything with your leader, as Reynolds going to go right around Whitaker. Whitaker moves to the top side. He just lets your leader go on by. It's late in the fuel run here, so the fuel loads in these cars are going to be a little bit lighter than normal. These guys maybe haven't made this long of a fuel run as Gainforth moves to the middle groove. Your leader, though, of Reynolds, he is going to go by now on that inside also. So that will leave us with 17 drivers on the lead lap, and Danny Valenzuela is not that far out in front of your leaders. Patrick Smith down there to the bottom of turn 3 right now. He just came back out onto the track after spending about a little over 3 minutes to get more required repairs done to that machine. Cody Levitt having a little bit of a blinking issue right now. He is behind this battle. That Orlando Rivera is in the 5th spot. O'Barry is now looking to take over that 5th spot, though. These guys are sitting a little over 6 seconds back of our leader of Hunter Reynolds, but everything could change in the blink of an eye with green flag pit stops pending. A couple of these guys are a little bit off sequence from a lot of them. You're probably going to see your leaders here of Hunter Reynolds and Craig Schwartz and Jason Dobbs. They're going to try and stretch it as far as they can here tonight, probably. But don't be surprised if you see one of these drivers short pit a little bit. Danny Valenzuela goes a lap down to our leader here. Down in 1 and 2, he pulled over just like the rest of the field and let your leaders go right on by. The next driver that's pending a lap down would be now the 31 of Donald Bennett. He is running for his life. Bennett last week getting his first win on the iRacing platform, came in here to Rockingham on a high. He's done some road racing this past couple weeks. He is getting ready for the upcoming race that will be at the Lime Rock Park. That's right, these guys are not only oval track drivers, they're dirt track drivers, they're road course ringers also. And Bennett out there testing their cars and seeing what he's going to be able to do and what he has in store for himself in just a couple weeks. I believe Colton Farrow will lead us onto the green flag pit cycle here on lap 44. First man down pit road of your leaders will be Colton Farrow. He's going to lose at least one lap as there goes your leaders. They just came on the screaming by the 62 of Colton Farrow out there on track. A couple other guys, Hunter Reynolds actually, he came down pit road along with him, and it looks like Jamie Leach is coming down pit road. Orlando Rivera, Josiah Millen, Randy Johnson, who was clawing his way back up towards the front of the field, has a lot of ground to make up, and maybe early pitting, Johnson thinks that he'll have the advantage of fresher tires before the rest of our leaders. So that will hand things back over to Craig Schwartz, but he also will be coming down pit road, and it looks like Cody Levitt, or sorry, not Levitt, that is actually Jason Dobbs coming down pit road, so that'll hand things over to Greg O'Berry. O'Berry will go up there and try and lead a lap here tonight before he brings his machine down to pit road. Possibly the same thing for Cody Levitt, who's sitting right behind him. So right now, handful of different strategies going on here from the Rockingham Speedway. O'Berry looks like he is slowing down, possibly coming in here, as Levitt also is going to hit the hooks. It's going to be a drag race to the entry to pit road. Levitt going to come in a little bit hotter. He's going to leapfrog O'Berry coming onto pit road, so the race isn't just on the track, it's also down onto pit road. And right now they have Danny Valenzuela out in front of him, but we have a new leader here for the first time this season. I believe Big Country Cole Haas going to take the 29 ABV group to the front of the field, as he is only about a quarter of the way, maybe call it a little over a quarter of the way through his fuel run. So Ira Cole Haas, Big Country, takes the lead here. And now at this point, I believe if we stay green flag, if we do stay green flag, I think Cole Haas and Jeff Bergner, who's sitting just a little bit farther back there in the beat-up Midnight Runners 21 machine, I believe those two drivers might be sitting in the catbird seat here tonight. They might only need to make one more pit stop. These drivers that are pitting right now, I think, still have to make another pit stop at some point here tonight. So a lot of these drivers still down on pit road. Hunter Reynolds, who was your leader, he is back out, and he actually jumps back ahead of Craig Schwartz. So he has one lap older tires and about a 2-second lead over Craig Schwartz, but they are buried all the way back in the 12th and the 13th position. Obviously, that will change as these green flag pit stops still continue to happen here from Rockingham Speedway. Nobody else has come down pit road. Your top 7 drivers on the different strategy. Cole Haas only out there for 35 laps. Bergner's been out there for 35 laps also, along with Michael Bromley, who runs in the 3rd position. Michael Bromley out of Virginia. I guess you could technically say hails out of the Ohio area. Toledo, to be exact. Michael Bromley, the designer behind all these Salt Flat IROCs, as there's an unscheduled stop for Danny Valenzuela. It looks like a drive-through penalty for himself. But Bromley runs in the 3rd spot. North of the border man, David Gainforth in the 101 machine. He is sitting there in that 4th spot. Timmy Valenzuela is still out here on the racing surface. He has not come down to pit. He is on 36-lap old tires and still out there. He runs in the 5th spot. How about a hey, Timmy Valenzuela? Yellow flag on the track. It looks like Colton Farrow, Jeff Bergner have gone around and made contact, and that's another Midnight Runner machine up onto his roof, and that's going to bring out another yellow here, and that's going to throw a monkey wrench into it. We're going to have to check out the timing and scoring here, because I believe a lot of drivers are laps down here. What happened? Here is Colton Farrow. The question being, where is... Oh, Colton gets just a little loose down there trying to eat with those newer tires. Hoods are in the fence, goes to get going. Oh, Jeff Bergner nowhere to go in the fast portion of the track there. Bergner gets right in the Colton Farrow. We're going to have to throw it back. Let's go on board here. There you see him coming down the front stretch. On board camera going to show us a lot here down to turn 1. Bergner thinking that the 62 was going to possibly go to the low side, and unfortunately he didn't go to the low side, and that's where Bergner stayed up high. They made contact, and then around goes that 21 machine of Jeff Bergner, so that'll put heavy damage on him. And then I actually think possibly going to have to need a tow here is going to also be that 62 machine. A lot of damage done to him. So now that's going to shake things up, because looking at the timing and scoring, David Gainforth is going to stay out here under this yellow, I believe. Right there he is. He will actually take the race lead. He is on a different strategy, remember. I'm looking at it, and it looks like your leader, who was Hunter Reynolds before all that happened, he'll get the waiver round possibly here. Looks like he is in the lucky dog position, but everybody else, like Craig Schwartz, Jamie Leach, Cody Levitt, they're all going to have to tag the rear of the field. Possibly. We're going to have to see how that all shakes out through here. They might actually all be, because still showing 1 lap down, so your big lucky guys right now is going to be Cole Haas, Lynn McNeese, Michael Bromley, and Timmy Valenzuela, they're all down pit road here under yellow, so they're not losing ground to your leaders like everybody else did. Gainforth will come down pit road here, and he will put 4 fresh tires on after he leads his lap. Looks like Michael Whitaker and Lynn McNeese also going to come down pit road, so things are being shaken up here at Rockingham. Well, we're just over the halfway point here tonight. It's been a really good race so far for a lot of these IROC drivers. As you see, we are holding under our 3rd caution flag of the night here, being brought out by the 62 of Colton Farrell going around, and Jeff Bergner, unfortunately, getting involved in that one. So that puts us under yellow, but I believe once everything cycles back through, it will be Big Country Kohlhaas retaining the lead, and I think his teammate, Michael Bromley, will be shown in the 2nd position. Well, since we're under the yellow, why don't we just dial up the man who's out there who is running in the 2nd position right now, see if we can get in contact with the driver of the 7. Michael Bromley, got a copy. It's Muth up here in the booth.
I got you.
Well, my friend, it looks like you guys are in the lucky catbird seat here at the halfway point. You and your teammate playing a little bit of strategy, and right now you have the lead.
It's looking good. We actually have a end of the longest line for IROC for a little bit of speeding on pit road, but really happy about the way that the pit strategy played out, and yeah.
So it looks like a pretty good spot. You trapped a lot of guys a lap down here. What's the strategy going to be going forward here?
Not wreck it and try to not make a fool of myself while I have the spotlight on me.
Well, the spotlight's going to be on you, my friend. It looks like, we're going to get the one more lap to go here. How's the track been out there racing for you guys?
They just delayed it, so we got one more. It's been a little slippery, surprisingly. It was bumpy in practice, and now it doesn't feel as bumpy as much as it is slippery. But after about 5 laps, tires come to you, and then it's a full send out there.
Well, it's going to be a full send once you go down into turn 1. You have a bunch of those Valenzuela guys out there right around you. How nervous are you knowing that Timmy Valenzuela is actually to your outside here right now?
Not at all, actually. Timmy and I ran really close at the end of the Texas race. So I got a lot of faith in Timmy, so he hasn't given me a reason not to trust him, so I'll just do that until it backfires.
Well, we had to throw a little bit of a jab at Timmy there, but hey, Mike, good luck here. I see the iRacing pace car lights do go out, so it means 1 to go here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
There you heard it from the man who's going to take over the lead, but did tell us a little bit of information. Ira Kohlhaas is going to get an end-of-the-line penalty here for too fast exiting pit road, which that's going to be a heartbreaker. So he was scheduled to start up front, but he'll start at the tail end of the field. And yes, race fans, you do see everybody a single file behind. It looks like your first 4 drivers. That is because they all took the wave around, so they will line up single file here. There is only 6 drivers on your lead lap. Michael Bromley, Timmy Valenzuela, David Gainforth, Michael Whitaker, Lynn McNeese, and Ira Kohlhaas are your top 6 drivers who are on the lead lap. Hunter Reynolds right now is in that lucky dog position, and he'll start on the inside row, sitting it looks like about the 7th car back, but the iRacing pace car going to dive in here. And the green flag is out early. Michael Bromley accelerates down turns, turn number 1. The question being, how far now can we go on this tank of fuel? Can they stretch it all the way to lap 100? We will find out here as everybody, it looks like they have actually already single filed out pretty much. The only one to the outside here is Lynn McNeese, and he's getting passed up by a couple of these lap down cars. Donald Bennett has shown 2 laps down. He's going around Lynn McNeese right now. I believe that is Danny Valenzuela down, or sorry, that is Timmy Valenzuela down off the pace to the inside here. He's down off the racing surface. Not sure if there's something gone wrong as Lynn McNeese actually slides up into the wall in the 84. He also backs out of her, so now they will be back to the 4th and 5th. Actually, Country Kohlhaas is back here. He now passes Timmy Valenzuela. So a lot of this battle, as Timmy, I believe, is sideways as he gathers it up. The 2 brothers make contact. They're going to spin out here in turn 1. Well, what a change of events that just was. 2 brothers making contact, and well, now Timmy, who was on the lead lap, has a bunch of damage. He goes from being in the 5th position now back to 6th. Michael Bromley still out front, but he is under attack. He gets passed up by, it looks like that is the 02 of Craig Schwartz, and then it looks like it's the 14 of Hunter Reynolds, and then they're going to split. the lap down car, the 79 of Patrick Smith, as they go down into the corner. Probably the 2 faster cars right now. They get their lap back the old-fashioned way. Question is, can they come back around here and pass Michael Bromley one more time? They're on the lead lap now, but they're right there in the clutches of Michael Bromley. Just about a half second back is the second place runner. It is David Gainforth. Michael Whitaker is just behind him by about another half second, and then a 4-second gap, so you can find the 4th place runner who's just about to get passed up, possibly here by Country Kohlhaas. Lynn McNeese, remember, down on power in the NSRA 84 machine. He made a little contact in the early stages, and he has just not been able to recover speed-wise. Right now, though, got lucky there with that caution flag, so see how far he can stretch that tank of fuel here. The leader still out front here, has a nice cushy little bit of a gap. As Greg O'Berry and Todd Poston. Oh, O'Berry goes around on the backstretch, and that's going to throw a caution. That's going to be a big break for Hunter Reynolds and Craig Schwartz, but that is not going to be what a lot of those lead lap drivers like to see, because they were hoping that it was going to go green to the end, but Greg O'Berry going to spin out here. I believe a self-spin coming out of turn number 2 will put us under our 4th caution flag here of the evening. Let's watch it back, see what happened to Greg O'Berry as he was battling with his teammate of Randy Johnson, and I believe that is the 38 of Cody Levitt, so he was technically inside the top 10. Oh, it looks like he just a self-spin, gathered it up down there on the apron, but once the car unloaded, it came back up onto the track. Look at him. He just locks it down there, tries to keep it off the racing surface, but with cars coming at him, he was still registered in iRacing as on the racing surface, and the yellow flag will fly once again here from the Rockingham Speedway. There he does gather it up, and he will just carry on his wayward son. Now the question being, who's all going to come down pit road? David Gainforth, he's going to elect to come down pit road out of the leaders. And it looks like Lynn McNeese will also follow him down pit road. Right now we have officially 8 drivers on the lead lap, and Cody Levitt actually going to get the wave around. So give us 9 drivers now officially on the lead lap. Hunter Reynolds, Craig Schwartz also going to pit, and I probably going to say that Cody Levitt now will come down pit road, and he will slap 4 fresh tires on that machine when he can. But Michael Bromley still going to be leading the way. Hunter Reynolds has led the most laps here tonight at 35 laps. The next closest driver to leading as many laps as him, well, that will be the man that's out front, the number 7 of Michael Bromley, and then it's his teammate, a Big Country Kohlhaas. 9 laps for Bromley, 7 laps for Kohlhaas, only 5 laps for Craig Schwartz. Randy Johnson did lead 5 laps here in the early going. Greg O'Berry led 1. David Gainforth also leading 1 here. So not a handful of leaders tonight, just 7 leaders actually so far here tonight. As Michael Bromley's going to stay out, so he's going to trap a lot of these guys like Randy Johnson, Todd Poston, and actually Poston and Leach, who are a lap down. They're going to come down. They're going to put 4 fresh tires on. They will be able to make it officially if we would go green the rest of the way. Looks like the only driver that did not come down pit road, or 2 drivers that did not come down pit road that are shown laps down, will be the number 12 of the Nichols Performance driver, Randy Johnson, and the other Nichols Performance driver of Racing Jason Dobbs. Those drivers will all stay out here and see what kind of positions they would be able to pick up. What do you say while we're under yellow flag conditions? We see if we can dial up one of the faster drivers out there, I should say, who has now got his lap back and back onto the lead lap to battle this one out. Hunter Reynolds, you got a copy. It's Muth up here in the booth.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, we're doing pretty good, my friend. You led the first 35 laps. Unfortunately, you were trapped a lap down there and then battling with the lap down cars to get a lap back. You do get your lap back here now, the old-fashioned hard way, going around the leader. What is left in this 14 car, though? Do you have enough time to go up there and battle for this one yet?
Oh, yeah. I think I have plenty of time. Lap 65, and me and Craig just pitted, so it's definitely going to be crazy again here on the start, but we should be in good shape.
Should be in good shape. 4 fresh tires on that 14?
Yes, sir. You betcha.
Well, 4 fresh tires for Hunter Reynolds. That means he's going to go down here into turn 1. He is going to straight send it. Good luck to Hunter Reynolds here, race fans. He has a good chance here now at this point to work his way back to the front here to get his first win ever with the Salt Flat IROC Series. But don't count your chickens before they hatch, race fan, because the lights on that iRacing pace car are out. That means we're going to go green flag racing here on lap 66 out of the 100 scheduled. So it'll be 35 lap shootout here. Everybody should be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel here tonight. They're going to be running on fumes by the time they finish her up here. But it's going to be Michael Bromley, Michael Whitaker, and then it's going to be Big Country Cole Haas. It's David Gainforth. We're going to get the speech impediment out going here. Then it'd be Hunter Reynolds and Craig Schwartz. iRacing pace car down in the way. Bromley going to step on the loud pedal, and so does Cole Haas. They're going to try and freight train that outside lane and go 1-2 for the ADV racing drivers. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to stick Michael Whitaker there into the third spot. But here comes Hunter Reynolds. Here comes the ginger of Schwartz. They have the fresher tires, and they have time to get there, because now they are sitting 3 and 4 as your leaders are side by side. Bromley going to overshoot turn number 3. Here comes Cole Haas for the lead, but here comes Hunter Reynolds. They're going to go 3 wide, possibly no, just 2 wide there. Now, IROC Cole Haas going to lead us back across the start-finish line here. He'll lead a lap, and almost contact between. Oh, they do. They're sideways. Hunter Reynolds and Country Cole Haas sideways. Reynolds into the inside wall. No yellow flag. Now the yellow looks like it's going to come out. Oh, too late for Reynolds. Reynolds is going to make contact. I believe that was Patrick Smith that made contact with Hunter Reynolds. And Reynolds' car has a ton of damage, race fans. It's not what you want to see for Hunter Reynolds. We're going to have to back it up as they made contact going for the lead here. Your 2 leaders, Country Cole Haas in the 29 and the number 14 of Reynolds, make contact out on turn 1. This is the replay here of the incident. Just a little, not even really contact. Both drivers just hard into turn 1. Made a little slight contact there and then hard into that inside wall for Hunter Reynolds. He spins it around, and that's what's going to put us under yellow. And there you see Patrick Smith nowhere to go. We'll rewind it back one more time here for your race fans. Let's see if we can find the blimp mode here. Down, looking at the left-hand side of your screen. There you see him make the contact. There you see him start to spin. Make contact again. At this point, it looks like everybody's going to be all right. Cole Haas back up onto the track. He actually rolls it over. And then the hard contact there between Hunter Reynolds and Patrick Smith. Patrick Smith looks like he has loaded up that 79 machine. After that, he is going to take her to the house here tonight. Probably going to be very unhappy with the way things have happened here tonight at the Rockingham Speedway. But Hunter Reynolds is going to have to take her down pit road. So that will turn things over. Now Craig Schwartz is out front. And I believe Randy Johnson's going to get the lucky dog here, so he'll tag the rear of the field. That'll put 10 drivers back onto the lead lap. Bunch of drivers towards the back of the field here coming down pit road here on your lead lap drivers. That's going to be Hunter Reynolds. IROC Cole Haas is down pit road also. Timmy Valenzuela also bringing that 05 machine down pit road. Timmy having the best run so far. I lie. I was going to say he is having the best run of his career. But if I remember right, Timmy Valenzuela had a pretty good run last week. Finished in the 6th position at the Texas Motor Speedway as he went side by side for that position with Michael Bromley at the end of that race. Right now, Valenzuela would still be able to best his best finish if he gets to the end of this one. Still got a little bit of racing left to do here tonight for the IROC Series. It looks like Johnson now will come down. He'll put 4 fresh tires on. So now it's going to be Craig Schwartz, Michael Bromley, David Gainforth, Michael Whitaker, Cody Levitt, Lynn McNeese, Timmy Valenzuela, Randy the Man Johnson, and then IROC Cole Haas, Hunter Reynolds rounds out the top 10 drivers here. Or drop down the running order for your race fans. Find where your favorite driver exactly is on the racetrack. Well, we also got to thank everybody for tuning in here on a Wednesday night. It's the midweek Salt Flat IROC Series here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. If you really like what these IROC drivers got going on out there on track, or you just really like the Bromley Designs paint scheme on all these cars, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, let the Salt Flat IROC Series know you like what they got going on. If you like what you see here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, go ahead, hit that little bell, hit the little sub button, get a notification that anytime we go live, we got a number of races that go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network throughout the week, whether it be by KR Stolfus, you can catch him a couple times during the week, Chris Legou and Rick Hammond. Even occasionally one of the drivers out here, Danny Valenzuela, will hop up into the booth. David Whirl, one of the new guys over here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, getting his feet wet. Or if you really appreciate Muth up here in the booth, go ahead, also give it a thumbs up. You know you like it, race fans, and we're talking about liking it. We're going to go back green flag racing here. We're going to be 29 laps to go here left in this event here from the Rockingham Speedway in your Cantina Fever Car Club 100 tonight. Just got to wait for that iRacing pace car to make the left-hand turn down onto pit road, and then we can get these guys back out there humming around this track. It'll be Craig Schwartz, Michael Bromley, Michael Whitaker. Or sorry, David Gainforth, Michael Whitaker, your top 4 drivers here when we go back green flag racing. iRacing pace car is down and away. That's going to leave the field into Craig Schwartz's hands, and he fires off extremely early. He doesn't want to battle with any of these drivers back here. Bromley will find the inside lane in front of Gainforth by the time they get down into 1, and then it'll be Michael Whitaker. But here comes that number 14 again. Here comes Hunter Reynolds like he is shot out of a cannon. He may have damage on that car, but he doesn't care. He is trying to bring that machine to the front of the field here tonight. He is right now behind the driver of the 38, Cody Levitt. Levitt is being shown, I believe, in the 4th position, waiting for timing and scoring to show us on our end over here, and that is correct. Levitt is now going to go for the 3rd position down there in turn number 1. So Levitt and Reynolds both going to make the pass. Oh, as the 48 of Poston trying to get by. Oh, there's somebody around towards the back. I believe it might be. Oh, it's Randy Johnson who just got onto the lead lap. He's going to lose it down there in turn 1 and 2. And he's going to wad up a couple other of his competitors. It looks like the 31 of Bennett's involved in the 04 of Danny Valenzuela also going to get wrapped up in that one. So we will have to throw it back on the instant replay here and see exactly what happened. This is back on the replay. There you can see Millen just in front of the number 12 here of Randy Johnson. What happened to Johnson down there coming out of turn number 2? Oh, he absolutely lost it on his own up to the upper side. He kept it going, and oh, man, Kohlhaas nowhere to go. Body slams Kohlhaas, and then Bennett and Valenzuela come to a rest down there. They actually don't make any contact, but I believe our Kohlhaas went for a little bit of a ride on that one, too. Let's rewind it back just a little bit farther, but can we find where Kohlhaas went for his ride? He made just a little contact there with Johnson. As I say little, that's the contact. And then possibly the toe knocked out of the 29 because he is up there wall riding that 29. Finally gets her gathered up and off the wall. So Randy Johnson bringing out this yellow here as you see Kohlhaas down pit road. Lynn McNeese, Randy Johnson, Todd Poston, now Jamie Leach, I believe. Or sorry. We'll wait for that to officially update because I actually think it might be Todd Poston getting this lucky dog here. As it is, because Ira Kohlhaas, who was on the lead lap, is down pit road getting a lot of damage fixed to his 29 machine. So now that will put Todd Poston back onto the lead lap. So all 3 of your NSRA drivers are on the lead lap here with possible good finishes with just 26 laps to go here. From the Rockingham Speedway, Craig Schwartz is your leader. We're going to step away. We're going to wet the old whistle here, and we'll be back to bring you the final possible 21 laps here for the Rockingham Speedway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back here, race fans. Lights on the iRacing pace car all out, so we're going to line them back up here. We're actually going to get a couple more laps than I thought here. It's going to be 23 laps here till the finish. So it'll be Craig Schwartz, Michael Bromley, Cody Levitt, and how about Hunter Reynolds, race fans? He is right back up here in the mix, running in the 4th spot. He's got the fresher tires out of everybody. Then it's going to be Michael Whitaker, David Gainforth, Lynn McNeese, Randy Johnson, Todd Poston, and Timmy Valenzuela rounding out the top 10. As the sun comes back out on the track, the green flag drops once again here, and, well, Craig Schwartz runs away on the front row. Cody Levitt's going to look to go to the inside here on the 7 of Michael Bromley, and then Hunter Reynolds, can he find a home and go around the 7? Also, he's going to dive off the bottom here on the corner, and he will officially be into your 3rd spot. He is now going to set his sights on the front of the field, see if he can work his way up there. Here comes David Gainforth, though, also. Randy Johnson may have just spun out on the backstretch, bring out that last yellow, but he is back up into the 5th spot as he goes around the 101 of David Gainforth. He brings along the 48 of Todd Poston. It's getting late to the end, and here comes Poston. The cream is rising to the top here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Poston gets the wiggle down at 1 and 2. He's chasing the car, right rears it out of turn 2. Look at everybody scattered down the backstretch. Orlando Rivera has to go to the apron to get away from Todd Poston. Well, Poston steps on himself out of turn number 2 and drops like a rock through the timing and scoring. Rivera is going to go up into the outside wall out of turn number 4, and everybody's going to freight train him down to the bottom now. They're going to do the same thing they did to Poston here, shuffle him back towards the back of this running order. Looks like Bromley's having handling issues also down there. So is David Gainforth. He was out of the throttle. He was down on the apron. So now Bromley going to go down in the corner. They're going to make it 3 wide. Poston in the middle. He's going to shoot the gap. He makes it work. Poston's going to take over the 5th position. Leach is right there a lap down. He is battling to try to get that lucky dog position. He's got a long way to go. A lot of fast guys out in front of him. Now Levitt gets passed up by Randy Johnson. So it's going to be Schwartz, Reynolds, Johnson, Levitt, and Poston. Your top 5 drivers. And then it's just the hornet's nest back here for Michael Bromley and David Gainforth right now. They are just trying to hang on to this. They have a little bit older tires than a lot of these guys out there. The gap between your leaders, though, Craig Schwartz, Hunter Reynolds, about a little over a second, almost a second and a half between those two men right there. There you see it in as the camera pans. 19 laps to go as they storm down Thunder Alley one more time. Looking at the timing and scoring, it's still going to stay the same here between the 2 top leaders. And then they got a whole 3-second lead over this battle back here between Randy Johnson and Cody Levitt. Randy Johnson's got a tore up front end, but he's got a strong motor built by Nichols Performance under the hood of that number 12 machine. He still, ladies and gentlemen, is inside the top 3 here as he's trying to distance himself from the Las Vegas kid of Cody Levitt. Todd Poston, where is he, race fans? Well, he is sitting at a cool 5 seconds back. Right there he is in the red NSRA colors. Michael Bromley a little bit farther back, counted about 2 seconds farther back off Todd Poston. There he is all by himself, but it looks like he has a pretty clean car here tonight. David Gainforth then sitting about a second back. Then Whitaker sitting even farther back at about a second. Your lap down cars, though, this is where the battle really is. It's for the 11th, 12th, and the 13th position. Dobbs has the lucky dog position right now. So he is sitting in the joker seat, if you will. As Johnson with a big slip out of turn number 4. Levitt's going to look to the outside. Can he make it work to the outside? He's going to try and cross him over. Johnson going to go sideways. Levitt lifts off the throttle to let him gather it back up. Now he's going to try and rock it down the inside. Dobbs is back there. The question is, Dobbs, is he going to play patient back there behind your leaders as Levitt gets a little bit sideways now? Johnson going to get sideways. Levitt all out of shape. He's going to try and carry the momentum, though, down the banking out of turn 4. He's getting a shove by Dobbs down the front stretch. Dobbs is going to push Levitt right to the inside of Johnson here in turn 1. And he looks like Levitt is going to take over the 3rd position. He's got the grip down there, but Johnson with the Nichols Performance motor going to rock it back. 15 laps to go. It'll be 14 laps to go at the line this time by Levitt to take over the 3rd spot. And looking at the timing and scoring, it doesn't look like Reynolds, race fans, has closed the gap on Schwartz. It actually looks like Schwartz has now opened up a 2-second gap, and it's going to continue to grow. Maybe the motor in the 14 is laying down here in the late stages of this one. But now Randy Johnson is getting freight trained. He is going to be put back, looks like just 1 position, but he's going to lose a bunch of spots to or a bunch of car lengths, we should call it here, to Cody Levitt. Levitt's going to get shoved to the outside here by Dobbs, and then Levitt can't get back down to the bottom either. Will he end up falling back into the clutches of Randy Johnson once again? This is the closest battle on the racetrack, other than, well, right here. There's another battle, actually, that I just peeked out the corner of the eye, and it's going to be Gainforth and Michael Whitaker. Gainforth goes by on the fresher tires around Whitaker. So that was for 7th and 8th, and a caution flag out on track. It looks like the 40 of Millen is on his lid as he rolls down the banking here. I don't see a lot of damage, but I do see the Millen machine rolling down the banking here. We're throw it back. This is going to throw a big monkey wrench into it, race fans, as this is a late race yellow. Oh, it looks like as that O'Berry goes up the block. Levitt comes down the track, makes contact with Millen, and then they continue to get locked together there. Cody Levitt, oh boy, he just misses that one, race fans. Woohoo! Cody Levitt making the move to the inside as Millen and O'Berry are making contact there in turns 3. That's going to put us under the yellow flag circumstances. We will see if we can actually watch that back possibly. Maybe we can go on board with Levitt. We do have an onboard camera with the 38 here of Cody Levitt. You see Levitt up out of the groove. Dobbs goes around him. There goes O'Berry. There is Millen. You saw the nose to the inside. And then O'Berry tries to come up, and he's just not quite clear. Bounces it off the wall. Goes down and then tries to run Millen down on that yellow line. And they make the contact. They go around, and they were battling for that lucky dog position. As Millen, you see there finishing off his barrel rolls down the banking. So now a bunch of strange strategies going to be played here. Craig Schwartz going to stay out here. It looks like all your leaders except Lynn McNeese have stayed out. They're playing that the strategy here in the late going. They don't have enough time possibly to make it back to the front if they would have came down pit road, so they will all stay out. Lynn McNeese, who was at the tail end of the lead lap, he comes down. Jason Dobbs was your lucky dog recipient, so he will be the 11th place car when we go back green flag racing. So it'll be just a small sprint here to the finish tonight. Well, who do you have winning this one, race fans? Is it Craig Schwartz or Hunter Reynolds? How about Randy Johnson? He's gone for 2 spins here tonight, and now he's worked his way back into the 3rd spot. He has the fresher tires than your top 3, but does he have the car that's left? Is it Cody Levitt who sits there 4th? How about Todd Poston back inside the top 5? How many race fans think it might be Timmy Valenzuela crossing the line first here tonight? He's back in the 9th position. He's got actually the freshest tires inside the top 10. Just taking a look at it, it looks like we have 3 drivers out of the event here tonight at the Rockingham Speedway. We have 2 drivers still sitting behind the wall. It looks like Colton Farrell's been behind the wall for the last 42 laps, 30 minutes behind the wall. They're putting a new motor in that 62. They just called up TRD and asked for a new Toyota Supermotor for that car to see if they can get back out there. Ira Kohlhaas, who was up in front of the pack here, who got wrapped up in a little bit of a spin there, battling for the lead with Hunter Reynolds. He has been behind the wall for the last 13 minutes. He also has substantial damage done to the 29 ABV team. They'll go to work trying to repair his machine. And it looks like those lights are out because they are going to double them up 2 by 2. We're going to get the green flag to fly here with 8 laps to go. It will be a shootout for the finish, and it's going to go against a wily veteran here of Craig Schwartz and a bunch of rookies that are hot on the heels. It'll be the veteran of Schwartz, the rookie of Reynolds, then it'll be the rookie of Johnson, and another one of those veterans who has a couple wins to his belt here in the IROC series. It'll be Cody Levitt, and then a whole bunch of rookies behind him. Todd Poston's a rookie, Michael Bromley, David Gainforth, Lynn McNeese, a bunch of rookies here inside the top 10 who could net themselves the first win ever in the Salt Flat IROC series for themselves. Or could Levitt and Schwartz ruin the parade here tonight? We're going to find out in just about 8 laps as the iRacing Porsche pace car hits the apron. He is on pit road, and Craig Schwartz going to hammer down. Hunter Reynolds not getting a good start to the outside. He's going to allow Randy Johnson to get there. Johnson's going to go side by side with the 14 of Reynolds down into turn 1. Where will Cody Levitt go now? Reynolds stuck to the outside here out of turn number 2. Not a good turn. Johnson's going to go up. He's going to block the 14 in there. Here comes Levitt down into turn number 3. Levitt is looking for the 3rd position. Reynolds is going to scoot high in the green 14. It'll be 7 to go this time by Craig Schwartz. Has now jumped out to about a half-second lead. Now they go single file here. You got to go all the way back to Dobbs. Dobbs is looking to the inside here on Gainforth. And that would be, and look at, I believe that is the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela stepping on himself up into the outside wall. As Todd Poston is now going to challenge the 38 of Levitt down here in 3. Newer tires here for the 48 of Todd Poston. Does he have enough time? 6 laps to go this time by. Poston will take the 4th position here from Levitt. Now can he run? Caution flag is on the speedway. Timmy Valenzuela pointed the wrong direction out of turn number 4. And he will get a refired in the pink over-the-wall racing 05 machine, but that's going to put us under yellow. And if you thought we had a shootout now, race fans, it's going to get even tighter here at the front. We'll throw it back. We saw Timmy up against the wall in turns 1 and 2. And there you see him coming out of turn 2 there, up on the outside, rim riding her. What happens out of turn number 4, though, was what we're looking for here for the driver. Oh, the car with the damage on the front end. It looks like the aerodynamics just a little hard to handle for Timmy. He goes down there, and as he tries to gather it up, it just rebounds up the track and around it goes. He tried to put her back down there, but since it looked like the number 29 of IROC Kohlhaas was coming at him, just nothing he could do behind the wheel of that 05 machine. That's what's going to put us under yellow. And I believe we actually might have to go to overtime to finish this one out here tonight. Well, how about just an extra couple laps here? Who doesn't like extra laps here on a Wednesday night, huh? Gets you a little amped up. You get to see more racing action here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. It says 4 to go, but I believe Lynn McNeese is going to come down pit road here in the 84 machine. He keeps slapping on new tires on that. That team might run out of fresh Goodyears. So he is the only one out of your leaders that are going to be coming down pit road. He doesn't have any real positions to lose. Orlando Rivera will get his lap back, so that'll give us 12 drivers on the lead lap here to finish this one out. Just taking a quick gander at it. It looks like Craig Schwartz, Randy Johnson. Hunter Reynolds, Todd Post, and Cody Levitt, Michael Bromley. Then it's going to be Jason Dobbs, David Gainforth, Michael Whitaker, Timmy Valenzuela, Orlando Rivera, Lynn McNeese. Then going to be Orlando Rivera. Lynn McNeese, then Rivera once everything cycles back through. Couple drivers towards the back of the field still trying to get their service done to these machines before we fire them back off here. Normally we'd throw a late race interview in here with one of your leaders, but let's not do that. Last time we talked to Hunter Reynolds, unfortunately something happened with him and going for the lead, so we're not going to jinx any of these drivers. It looks like Reynolds driving that green car already. You know how drivers are. Sometimes you can't drive green. Some drivers won't drive pink. You know, it's a Wednesday. We only can wear the black socks with the gray stripes, so Reynolds is being superstitious already driving a green car here on a Wednesday night. Let's see if we get the 1 to go here at the flag stand to see if we're going to have just a 1-lap shootout or if we will go to overtime here tonight. Let's see at the line. The iRacing pace car lights do go off, but I am getting the word here. It will be an official green-white checker. Extra laps coming your way, race fans, here tonight. It'll be Schwartz. It'll be Johnson. Then Reynolds to the inside. Then how about Todd Poston clawing his way into the mix here? Cody Levitt, Michael Bromley, Jason Dobbs, David Gainforth, Michael Whitaker, Timmy Valenzuela, your 10th position driver here. 12 drivers officially on the lead lap with Lynn McNeese, Orlando Rivera in the 12th position. Grego Berry, Josiah Millen, Jamie Leach round out your top 15. Then it is Darrell Clauder, Donald Bennett, both 2 laps down in 16th and 17th. Danny Valenzuela is running 5 laps down in the 18th position. Ira Koolhaas is 19th, 18 laps down. Colton Farrow is running right now 21st. The last guy left on the racetrack, 50 laps down, and we are about to get set. Get ready, pull the belts tight. One final time here tonight from the Rockingham Speedway. iRacing pace car down and away, and Schwartz going to get a really good start like he did last time. That outside lane, Johnson didn't get going this time. Reynolds is now going to take over possibly the second position. They will go side by side down here into turn number 1. 2 laps to go. It's going to be Schwartz out of turn 2. Then it's going to be Reynolds, and it's going to be Johnson. Levitt, Dobbs is up there, and Dobbs is going to try and pinch Poston up into the outside wall. They will make contact, and Dobbs will go around. Poston's going to go airborne. Poston's going to do a little bit of acrobats here at the end of this one, and that, I'm not sure, that might do it. We're going to watch the replay here, race fans. This is right from the initial drop of this green-white checker. Well, let's see as we bring up the chopper camera right above these 2 drivers here. You're looking at the red 48 and the 985. This will exactly tell you who did what here. Poston's kind of holding the line. It just looks like a racing deal. Both drivers coming together. And then, oh, it looks like the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela runs right into the side of the 48 there. That's what's going to send the 48 up and around. Bennett also getting involved in that one. And then Poston coming down to arrest there on that inside. Gathers it up, drives it away, and it actually looks like it's driving kind of straight. Actually, that is absolutely not straight at that point. Now that we get a better camera angle look at it, the 48 is all sorts of crap walking down the straightaway. So that's what puts us under a yellow flag, and I believe we should only have one green-white checker. They might be throwing another curveball for the second week in a row here, sliding in an extra green-white checker. So while they continue to pace here, we'll wet the old whistle one more time, and then we'll bring you the final green-white checker attempt here from the Rockingham Speedway.
Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And welcome back here to the Rockingham Speedway. It's the Salt Flat IROC Series, and it is overtime. It is the final overtime attempt we're going to have here tonight for these drivers as they double them up here. Craig Schwartz, Hunter Reynolds, Randy Johnson, Cody Levitt, Michael Whitaker, David Gainforth, Lynn McNeese, Orlando Rivera, Jason Dobbs, Timmy Valenzuela. Your top 10 drivers here. And it will be the final green-white attempt, I am being told over the airways, and Schwartz not going to wait around at all. He'll go green flag racing right there, and he'll get away from Hunter Reynolds. And it looks like Reynolds will fall into the second position, but now will he be challenged by Randy Johnson? Cody Levitt stuck to the outside. Michael Whitaker right back there, and that's David Gainforth in the 6th spot. They're side-by-side out of turn number 2. Oh, almost making contact. Their contact. Gainforth and Whitaker going to go around. Whitaker down to the inside off the front nose, I believe, of David Gainforth. And then I believe I just caught Michael Bromley going to spin, and they're just going to pile him in here in turn number 4. The 88 of Leach goes around, the 7 of Bromley, the 31 of Bennett, the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela also going around here. And that's going to do it, race fans. And we're going to finish this one under yellow flag. We'll throw it back. We'll watch from over top. It happened way before we even got down to turn number 3. Looking at the scrums that are out there, battling it out. You're going to see out front there on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see the smoke come up here going towards turn 3. There goes the 707 of Whitaker. He's going to get turned around. He'll be credited, I believe, with a 10th place finish. A little bump from Bennett. I believe that might have been the 81 of O'Berry, and then they all pile it up in there. Leach is involved. Darrell Clauder involved. I'll watch it back one more time here. This all happens right in front of you, as that's where they all wad them up down there in turns 3 and 4. And that will do it then, as that's your winner right there. Craig Schwartz will end up winning another one here with the IROC Series. So he'll just continue to tally on to his win totals here on a Wednesday night. So as they all do a little bit of celebrating, we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll get these post-race shows underway here for your race fans, as we're just going to celebrate a little bit down there to the inside. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Rockingham Speedway. I needed a little bit of extra time here tonight to finish this one off. Craig Schwartz, though, does come across the line first here as the big wreck was happening down there in turns 3 and 4. He officially took the white flag and finished her out here. And then Hunter Reynolds rallies back for a second place finish. Randy Johnson comes home third. We have caught up, though, with the driver of the Black Machine, the O2, the Ginger himself. The most winningest driver, Craig Schwartz, and you're just going to continue to add on to that title. Now you win another one here with the IROC Series. It almost seems like I have a second chair sitting next to me here.
Thanks, Roger. Yeah, it was a good race tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was a hard battle. I felt like me and Hunter were around each other for about 80 of those laps. But yeah, it was a lot of fun and glad to win again.
Yeah, so you led 45 laps here tonight. Hunter Reynolds, you were talking about battling with him. He led 35. So not only do you get the win here tonight, you get the most bonus points for leading the most laps. But tell us about the battle with Hunter. You were out there running around. You had to go run him down at one point, and then you guys had those green flag pit stops, and you got trapped a lap down. How did you think you were ever going to get that lap back, or did you think you were even going to get it back?
Yeah. The start of the race was kind of rough there. I think Randy thought I got into him like when he was leading. I didn't think I did. I mean, I didn't get a contact for it, but then I don't know what happened on the restart. We got together. I don't know if I pinched him below, but it just set us both back. And I realized after that happened, my brake was dragging, so I had to wait. I didn't get it set back until the first time I pitted under yellow, and that helped a lot. And during that green flag run, I just tried to baby it as best I could, just to stay off of it, and got a good run on Hunter. I got down I think within a second when we got to lap traffic. Pit stop, man, he got out of there way better than I did. I took it way too soft. I didn't practice pitting, so I lost a bunch of time. But like you said, we got caught 2 laps down, and I mean, there's not really much you can do. So just took the wave around, and luckily Hunter and I got back by, and then we only had whoever Lucky Dog was after that behind us. So we only kept a few of us on the lead lap, and we were kind of right back up in good air and clean position. So it worked out. But that's stuff like that. Ira did a good job. He got all sequence, and it worked out for him. So it was a good move on his part. But luckily we were able to get back in the lead lap, and man, those restarts, they were, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know, it's just hard. You just got to get out in front, a little bump with as loose as these cars are with the new tire model. It doesn't matter if it was intentional or not. You can go right around pretty easy. So I just tried to get out in the way as quick as I could, get a good jump on the start. And, I probably could have gone a little more aggressive through the turns on the start, but I just want to make sure I didn't get loose and stayed out front.
Yeah, and you stayed out front the longest here tonight, 45 laps led by yourself, Craig. So, before we wrap things up here from Winter Circle, who do you got to thank for parking this O2 machine here in Victory Lane once again?
Just want to thank all the sponsors of the series. I'm sorry I don't have them in front of me again. I really need to do that. But, just Turn 3, you guys for putting the races on the broadcast and making all the cars look good for all our sponsors and giving them something to look at. Everybody that supports the series and puts it on, especially Danny and all the admins, they put a lot of work in that we don't see, and just appreciate them doing that and letting us come have fun every week. It's a blast, and hope we can keep doing it.
Well, there you heard it from your winner here tonight, Craig Schwartz. Notches his little belt a little bit larger, trying to get to that double-digit win factor. Just a couple more, and he will be into those double digits. So congratulations to the Ginger himself here tonight, the driver of that O2 machine. Craig Schwartz wins another one, but I've also caught up with the second place man. And Hunter, it's got to feel disappointing tonight. It's a disappointing but a good feeling and all. A second place finish for yourself with a tore-up race car feels pretty good, but it seemed like you might have had a winning race car there around the halfway point.
Yeah, the car felt really good. We did get out to a good lead there with Craig running us down, but ultimately it just came down, I don't want to say completely to the damage, because I think he was a little bit faster than I was, but it would have been a closer battle, I definitely think. But even with the wreck, still salvaged a second, which is great.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you look at the point standings, it's going to be a pretty good night for yourself, because you came in only 9 points down from Randy Johnson, who actually finishes behind you. You both lead laps here tonight, but the second place finish is going to close that gap just a little bit. And, we're really near the halfway point here now, Hunter. Do you think you have something, though, for the end of the season here for Randy? Because looking at it, it looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race from this point on, possibly.
Honestly, I have no clue, and whenever you talk to me on the restart, I said I'm in good shape, so I'm not going to say that. It's going to be a close battle, definitely. We'll see how it plays out.
Just a couple more races. Looking at this schedule here, you're a rookie with the IROC series. You're not a rookie to, well, let's just say the street stocks itself. But next week we do head to the Phoenix International Raceway, and then after that we head to the road course. Out of the next 2 events, which 2 are you looking forward to racing at the most?
I would have to definitely go with Phoenix. The 2 short tracks technically that we've had so far, which is Gateway and here at Rockingham, I feel like I've done really well with my performance. So Gateway, hoping to get some practice in, and I should have a pretty good car. Road course is just going to be a toss-up.
Well, that comes up in the next couple weeks here, Hunter. But for finishing second with a tore-up car once again, who do you got to thank here this week?
Yep, I got to thank Green's Rod Shop for supporting. Let's see, Bromley Designs. They did an awesome paint scheme for this series. Turn 3, you guys put on a great broadcast. All of the series admins, they do a great job putting this show on. And special thanks to all the friends and family, and of course the race fans checking us out. You know, keep the sport alive. So thank you guys.
Well, there you heard it from your second place finisher tonight. It's the Green Machine. It's going to be Hunter Reynolds going to close the gap on Randy Johnson, but don't go anywhere because Randy Johnson is actually right here, race fans. We have caught up with the UPS driver. Sometimes these guys are a little hard to catch up with, but we got him right here in the booth with us. Randy, a third place finish after all that went down there. A couple spins tonight. The car looks like it's completely flat on the nose of this IROC. How did you rally back for a third place finish?
I don't know, Roger. It was a frustrating night, mainly on my part. It was such a poorly run race by me. Made it much harder than it needed to be, for sure.
Yeah, you had a good starting spot to start the night, and then you were also 2 laps down at one point, just like Hunter and Craig. What does it really take here at these little short tracks to rally back from a 2-lap deficit to still finish inside the top 3?
A lot of cautions and a lot of luck. I thought I would be 1 lap down and be okay, maybe, but 2 was very hard to do. We got fortunate, some cautions at the right time, and just kept staying out for track position. And yeah, I don't think I definitely didn't deserve a 3rd place with this car. I don't even want to look at how bad it is after taking myself out, and I don't even know who I got into when I spun myself. But you can't race with the emotions on your sleeve. You end up doing stupid moves like that.
Yeah, so it's been a rough night here from the Rockingham Speedway for yourself. But, you know, all in all, you really got to think a 3rd place finish, not too bad. You did just hear us talk with Hunter and how Hunter is going to close the gap on you here just a little bit. You had a 9-point cushion coming in. It's going to close just a little bit up. You know, he thinks going here into next week into Phoenix is going to be a race that he could possibly maybe close the gap even more. How do you feel about headed to that short track out there in the West?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm glad he's, somehow me and him, we run a very different race. We seem to keep finishing up front together, and I don't think either one of us is going to have like a big edge at any of these tracks, even if he's trying to downplay his road course racing. I'm sure he'll show up with a good car there.
Well, that'll be in a couple weeks, though. Still got time to brush up on your skills, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely be giving it my all, and hopefully it's a close battle, and not just between us, but anybody else who's still around in points. And all it's going to take is one bad race for us too, and everyone's back in it too.
Well, Randy, a 3rd place finish with a tore-up car. Still a solid night here from the Rockingham Speedway. Who do you got to thank for parking the number 12 here on the podium?
Tony Nichols Performance Race Engines. He's been a good support for us all season. Dobbs again, picking me up at the beginning of the season. Roger always putting on a good broadcast, and one of these days I'll talk to you, hopefully from the winner circle one of these days, but who knows.
Well, you might not just talk to me. You might have heard my son up there. He might talk to you someday soon here. But hey, Randy, still a solid showing here for the Nichols Performance Group, coming home in your 3rd position on the podium. So congratulations to all 3 of our drivers that finish on the podium here tonight. Craig Schwartz, though, does win the Cantina Car Club 100 here from the Rockingham Speedway, so congratulations to him. Hunter is 2nd. Johnson does come home in the 3rd spot. Levitt finishes 4th here tonight, with Rivera finishing in a solid 5th spot. Dobbs rallies back for a 4th. Lynn McNeese finishes 7th. Gainforth has a little bit of issues there on the final little Stent there, he comes home in the 8th position. Todd Poston also having probably maybe a little bit disappointing finish. He comes home in the 9th spot. Michael Whitaker finishes in the 10th spot. That rounds out your top 10 drivers here. But that's going to do it pretty much here from the Rockingham Speedway from the Turn 3 Racing Network. Catch us next week here with Salt Flat IROC Series out west at the Phoenix International Raceway. Another little 1 mile short track here for the IROC Series. Find out if Craig can win another one, or maybe Hunter will come back and take the crown away from the wily veteran.